take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Let's take a second to talk about the Raging Cajuns. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
The Raging Cajuns are flying down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. And the Raging Cajuns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To throw, it's Collins. Fires to the middle. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Louisiana. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw it to them, and they'll make big plays for them.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
This time he's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
And the Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Davis looking to pass. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Quick release on the RPO. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The RPO, it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Let's it fly. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Got a little space. Got the first down and more. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all.
Snags it down the right side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Davis will throw. Here's a heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Catch in the middle. It's Chappelle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Ball State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Muncie had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. A harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And it's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here.
Going for it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take it?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll run play action. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way from around the 50. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Right down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Looking to the big tight end. This one's complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Starting to feel a little pressure. Working on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Cajuns. Quick strike through the air for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Davis looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Across the 40 outbound at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
Flushed out of the pocket. Got the first himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Dances away to buy time. On the move, he fires. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys in that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Set to kick this
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Wants to throw. It's Collins. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Raging Cajuns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, what a cut! He's loose down the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Louisiana. Once he got some room, it was over.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. The 10. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces Beck's going for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hey, a lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Davis will throw. Zings it complete to the right. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Raging Cajuns will boot it away to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Davis looking to pass. Got his man. Made a defender miss. Oh, no. Look at that toughness just running through everybody.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback making checks. Davis will throw. And they're not on the same page there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab on the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. Caught near the sideline to Terrace. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Rainbow Warriors are on the move. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Gorilla.
It'll be a draw. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bruce. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. The give on the option. Turning it on. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Raging Cajuns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Collins. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going to run it, finding open areas. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Robertson. Knocked off his feet.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this,
you just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46.
Let's go.
From the gun, running back on the move. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Raging Cajuns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Collins. Out of the backfield, he's open. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play small.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the fourth. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Davis looking to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw it. Extending the play. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Finds a man on the left. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
The Rainbow Warriors with the 1st and 10.
29 Phillips.
To the air on first down. Looking left. Got his man. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He wants to throw it. Oh, they're after it! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Quarterback making adjustments. Davis will throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Raging Cajuns decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Backed up now, here's second and long.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Davis looking to pass. He's going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. And the Rainbow Warriors in the hurry-up.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his tight end. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He's been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Warrior! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Here comes the two-point try.
Squirrel, squirrel. Igloo, igloo.
Davis will throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And they're still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Unloads it downfield. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back.
Makes the grab inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And the comeback is on. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball there.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up, and they punted it last time they had it. The delay of game pushes the offense back. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. Scanning the field, it's Collins. That's caught. It's Sampson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Oh, he's got some space. Crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cajuns. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
46, Hawaii, 34.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. The offense changing the play. Davis looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sidelines, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
He wants to throw it again. He's taking a deep shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Inside, he smashes his way through again. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards. Touchdown, Hawaii! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. Got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that looks like it did when Archie and Eli were here. They're up by 15 over Syracuse. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they've got a couple of timeouts, but I don't think there's enough time on the clock to pass on the onside kick. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
And the Louisiana offense will take over first and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Gives it on the option. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Raging Cajuns enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. Gives it on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business.
That's not what the offense was expecting, but it's perfect, right? You just want to run the ball, come out of your own end zone, create some space, boom, I'll do you better. I'll give you a first down, move that ball way down the field, create a lot of space.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Raging Cajuns will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Collins. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option to give.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
It'll be 3rd and long. Off play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's open on the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The offense set for a 1st down play. I'd advise just throwing this one away. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And the offense will get it back, and they'll also get the win. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that.